Okay, I'm not sure if we are live or not. Okay, I think we are live. Weird things going on today. Okay, we are live. Let me see the things here. I don't know what's going on today, but we're live apparently. So let's continue on. We did see, I don't know if you saw them or not, but we saw 2 sandhill cranes. I'm not sure when things conked out on us, but we did see 2 sandhill cranes. We didn't see them well, but they were there. And we're on our way to Van Dyne Spoor to see just if there's anything else there of interest. Again, we saw the sandhill cranes just in a field on our way to this point. And there may have been more there, but the way the ground sloped, be 2 of them anyway. So again, I seem to be having some technical issues, and I have no idea why. I didn't change anything myself between last week and this week, so if I had to guess, it's YouTube's fault, but I don't know for certain. YouTube does change things every once in a while for some unknown reason. We're making it better. No, actually, it's much worse. Well, months ago we were having all kinds of problems, and it seemed to be YouTube's fault. They were changing all sorts of things. To our left and now out of view, I believe I just saw a turkey vulture. So again, we're heading to Van Dyne Spoor, and I don't expect to see much, if any, water there at all. But I'm just wondering if there's anything of interest that we might enjoy seeing. So I don't know. And if there isn't, you know, it's on a short leash. We'll pull the plug on Van Dyne Spoor quickly if we're not seeing anything. So we may turn right around and come right back. had been coming here regularly before, but since things dried up, there's been less of a reason to do so. Not saying that there are no birds at all, but you know, when you have only so much time in a, you know, for a given tour, I try to go to the places that have the, you know, are more likely to provide us with something interesting to see. Wondering if this vehicle ahead of us is, you know, doing the same thing we are. I don't know. I'm taking a right turn. Come on, there's no traffic. Let's go. See some birds just landing. You know, the field to our left, I don't know when it was harvested, but I believe it was a cornfield, and it has been harvested. So, you know, that can draw birds. Well, maybe we don't have to hurry because apparently it looks like a train is coming. Just heard it. Is that a passenger train? I think it is. Of the trains I see, they're mostly, you know, freight trains. They are actually currently harvesting by the looks of things. I mean, they're in process right now. I just saw a vehicle and it looks like it's, you know, they're working. All right, lift your feet, everybody. You know, I'm not an expert at all. Not even, I wouldn't even say I'm knowledgeable, but about you know, harvesting these various crops. I don't even know what this crop to our left is. It's not corn. It's something else. But anyway, you know, I wonder if these drier conditions, although we've had some, last year wasn't so dry. But anyway, I wonder if the relatively dry conditions have led to earlier harvesting than, you know, than we've seen in prior years. There have been years where some of those, I mentioned the cornfields earlier, I was surprised they were being harvested. There have been years where it seems like I'm surprised at how late it is before they actually finally get to harvesting. It might not even be a matter of, let's say, the crops being dried out themselves. I wonder if it's even just a weather issue where it's like, okay, we don't want to harvest while it's actually raining, and you know there hasn't been that much rain, so maybe harvesting has been, you know, harvest days have been plentiful. I don't know. So if you've never been here with us, this is a seasonal, seasonal road only. It gets no winter maintenance, and so I mean we definitely don't even try it in the winter. However, you know, I don't know if it would be a good place to visit anyway in the winter, just by the nature of what's ahead of us And is it the type of thing that would draw birds when there's actual snow on the ground? Maybe if you know, if conditions are dry and there's no snow, sure, it might. I was reading, you know, some kind of official publication or article about this area, and it was funny to see that they mentioned something that I've noticed before. The road that leads to the area that we're heading to right now, lots of insects, lots of bugs, and I you know, maybe it's too late in the season for that now, but as we're driving, I mean, almost every other time before, all these flies come and land on the car. I'm not sure what they are. They're flying insects of some sort, but they're not like house flies, but they're something. And I don't know if I'd really want to walk along here. It's funny, they don't really come into the car, but they'll keep landing on it. Okay, I'm not sure what you missed, but I believe I just saw some sandhill cranes in the great distance taking off, and you definitely missed some babbling. So anyway, things look dry. I may have just seen a northern harrier, I'm not sure. But things are dry here. You can see there's some mud that's all cracked there. There's a puddle here with some water on it. So maybe there has been some rain in the last couple days, but things look dry. If we have too many more difficulties, we're going to call it for Montezuma area, and then I'll head to Ithaca. I do see some water here, so there's some. Up ahead, I think it's maybe a glorified puddle, but I'm not sure if I saw the harrier or not. You know what, quite honestly, that's more water than I expected, to be honest. I do see a few Canada geese, but this is more water here than I expected. Just with how dry it's been. Is that a shorebird? I think it is. Maybe. I'm not sure. Oh, if I had to guess, that's a pectoral sandpiper, but I'm not positive. We'll try to take a look in a moment. There are some geese right there, and more that I can't really show you right now because of the angle. Leaves are dropping from the trees, so now we're able to once again, not that it's active, but once again see that eagle nest. We won't be here, I think, all that long. There's not much going on here. Bird-wise anyway, that we can see. So like I said, we have some Canada geese here, and we will try to take another look at that shorebird. I may be hearing more. I'm not sure if I'm hearing these geese or if there are other geese somewhere. There might be. Hold on. Oh yeah, okay. Probably quite a few geese overall. But let's get to that shorebird and see if we can determine what it is. Now the sun's coming out, so it's not going to be easy. And we're going to move to possibly improve our lighting issue. Turn this way, would you? If you don't mind. Kind of muddy there. Let's, oh, you know what, let's, I can't make it any brighter, really. I need some cloud cover. But I'm guessing pectoral sandpiper. Oops, sorry. The bug distracted me. See, there's what I'm looking for, or what has me thinking pectoral sandpiper, is that dark separation, your line of separation between the breast and the belly. So I'm thinking that's pectoral sandpiper. That's at least one clue I've learned. So that's what I'm thinking. But we're going to move along, I think, very, very, very shortly. Now they're looking, the people ahead of us are looking at something. It doesn't look like they're looking at this shorebird, so I wonder if they're looking at something else. So let me look around with binoculars just a bit. think I see cranes. Yeah, I do. Maybe that's what they were looking at. And as I drove in, I believe I saw some in the distance in flight, and I don't know if you saw that or not, depending on when things went kablooey. I don't see any others. I'm just looking around with binoculars, and you're trying to give you a look with the camera. But I'm going to drive forward, I think, and we'll see if we can get them in view again, and maybe slightly better view. I don't know if I can, if I can keep them in view. They're as you saw, they're partially obscured by vegetation, and who knows? Maybe driving forward, they'll be completely obscured. I don't know. All right, let's stop here for a second. Let me just take another look. That's not bad. Let's look from here. Again, we're not getting close-ups, not at this range, but always good to see sandhill cranes. I'm not sure if I just heard them or not. Or if I heard others, maybe. I don't see any others in the air. All right, let's keep going. And I think we're going to head back to to our usual areas very shortly. Hello. You're looking at the cranes?
Yes. we've been coming up here for a couple years now. We've been looking for them. This is the first we've seen.
Do you know where East Road is?
East Road. I think we've been on it. Do they go there a lot?
They often do, and we saw a fair number of them last week. I don't know if I haven't been there yet today.
Okay. Is there water there, or?
Not much, but there's, they're not water birds, but
Fields like.
Pardon me?
They like fields.
Yeah, they like fields. That's where they feed. They're not, they're not likely to go in water, as far as I know. But they often go to what's called the Knox Marcellus Marsh, and you can see that from East Road.
Okay.
Do you know where that is?
Yeah.
You do know where it is?
Yes, I have.
Okay, and again, I haven't been there today. I don't know if there are any, but there were a fair number of them last week.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Good luck to you. All right, let's switch cameras and head to East Road ourselves, I think. unless I happen to see something before we leave here. So not much activity here. But it was interesting to see that shorebird first of the day for us. And I believe, see some sandhill cranes as I drove in, and I think you may have missed them. They were in the distance and in flight, and then we definitely saw those two just now. And we saw two others, or I saw at least, I don't know if you did, on the way here. If you happen to be new to the tour and tuning in for the first time, or if you've been on the tour and you've seen us seeing sandhill cranes on a few occasions, you may wonder, why are we bothering as we are to try to see them? My goal is to see them really well if possible. I see above us looks like some tree swallows in flight. Let's not go any further just yet. I want to show you at least some of these swallows. Sadly, I'm going to disturb them as I drive by just because that's how they are. But they're the first tree swallows we've seen today. It's getting to that time of year, you know. At least I think they're tree swallows. Oh, maybe they're starlings. No, they're starlings. Never mind. Never mind. Those are not tree swallows. I thought I had seen some. Maybe I didn't. Well, actually, I think I am seeing one right now. Yeah, up high. Some of the birds do appear to be tree swallows. So those weren't all tree swallows, but I did see, that's why I thought they were on the wire too, or at least I should say I assumed they were, because some of the birds flying around are swallows. I don't know if I can get one for you or not. No. If it were cloudy, maybe, but it's too bright. So anyway, we did. If anyone's keeping score, you can add both starlings and tree swallows to the list. Anyway, my goal is to have a great look at sandhill cranes, and ever since I learned about sandhill cranes, I've had a few good looks. I don't know if I've had too many that I would consider really, truly great. In fact, I would say in terms of really, truly great, I've had none. But I've had some good looks over the years, including the one I mentioned earlier that took place back in November of last year. Again, if you're new to the tour, I mean, you maybe realize sometimes, we'll see a given species often, and maybe it's one that you might even consider very common, seen, all the time. Let's say an American robin, and but if there's one within view that would allow us close-ups, and I happen to see it, I'll take the opportunity to take a good close look at it if I can. A bird like a robin or a crow or a starling, you may in your day-to-day life see them often on the ground, you know, just as you're driving around, whatever, and you know, they look a certain way and you look familiar and everything, but sometimes you see something different, or you see them in a whole new light when you get a good close-up. So that's one of the things I try to do. Sometimes not so successfully. Something in the air ahead of us. Something up high, looks like a large bird. Don't know what it is. Might be an eagle. Might be a turkey vulture. Let me stop to take a look. Turkey vulture. See this crop to our right. I don't know what it is. It's not corn. It's something else. Lifting your feet. See, like to our right, like I said, they are currently harvesting this field. As I mentioned, I mean, you know, again, what do we care? Well, those fields that are harvested like that, they can draw, can be a good draw for birds. A second, do I see something? I might have, but maybe I can't see it now. Okay, it's nothing. It's one of those things where you see it from the distance and you think, oh, that could be something, and then you look at it with binoculars. I thought that was something, and it's you know, really nothing. Getting late. It's 3:36 according to my car's clock. I should say it's getting late to be up here. thinking what we might do is we might not even bother at all with, yeah, we probably won't. You know, we're heading to East Road now, just to take a look. Unfortunately, it's sunny right now, but anyway, we'll look there, but I have a feeling we're not even going to bother with Maze Point or Shockey Pool. Not that we've been seeing much at either location anyway lately. Well, I don't know, maybe we'll drive into Maze Point. If I were to see that there's, you know, water there, maybe I'd get out and take a look and see if there's any bird activity. But I have a feeling, you know, it's been dry enough to keep that from happening. There was a little water last week, but not much. Thermometer, if it can be believed, now reads 81. Not surprising given the, you know, I had seen high temperatures of 80 today were predicted, but sometimes a road like this can, you know, absorb heat, so, or absorb the sun and produce heat, I should say. Just some pretty scenery. Leaf colors, by the way, it looks like we're not having an ideal autumn this year, as I had feared. I was driving around the other day and I noticed many hills had already lost their leaves completely. And I don't know if they had you know, anything that would be called peak coloration at any point, or if they just went from, you know, green right to dead, but so that I don't know. But just, it's not like we're having a, you know, these spectacular colors this year, at least from what I've seen. Some hills get nice, but others are like, okay, that's obviously not even close to being ready. Just like in the last couple of years, where it seems like some of the trees go, you know, directly from a shade of green, maybe lighter, you know, eventually, but then they go right into dropping the leaves. So anyway, those fields here that I mentioned when I started talking about fields for the first time, they're definitely they're still harvesting as we speak. I see machinery out there. In motion, they're harvesting. So for us, that may be a good thing, is what I'm saying, for our purposes. I don't know if it's good for the farmers, but for our purposes. lost you for a bit, but hopefully you're back. Welcome to East Road. We didn't see much out there at Van Dyne Spoor, but you know what? I'm glad we went. Not only did we see that shorebird, which I believe was a a pectoral sandpiper, but you know, it's nice to tell those people about East Road, and maybe, hopefully, if they do come here, hopefully they'll see some sandhill cranes. I did tell them I haven't been there, you know, here yet today, so who knows, there may not be any here today, but we'll see. To our right, the cornfield, and to our left, they've been harvested. And actually, to our left, well, actually, they look like they've been, whatever equipment they're using is really cleaning things down. Maybe less of a draw. Maybe less of a draw for, you know, for birds, just because of how clean it looks. I don't know. There's something going on right now down there to our right. I don't know if they're just mowing or something. That could be, because it doesn't look like a big harvester of some sort. But no, it doesn't. It looks like it's just mowing. It could be for the airstrip. There is some water down there, not a lot, maybe even less, about what we saw last week, maybe. And I'm not sure what I see down there. Some people are here. Look at things with binoculars very quickly. I see some great egrets. I see some sandhill cranes. I see Canada geese. More cranes, more cranes. Oh, I hope those people come here. Not hundreds of cranes, but they're fair number of cranes. I hope they come here. They'll get a better look here than they were getting there. Gulls, I believe. I don't know what that thing is. Okay, let's take a look. Well, you know what, let me give you a look with this first. So there's the water. Not much. So we're not necessarily going to see any water birds here. Well, we might see some, but I'm not sure who those are out there. We'll take a look in a moment. Unfortunately, this sunshine is with us, and nothing we can do about it. Well, those look like, are they cormorants back there? They might be. I think they are. I'd like another closer look at whatever that is. I'm not sure what it is.
You know about the sandhill cranes?
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay.
I even know them by name. There's Harold and there's Fred. That I think is Wilma over there. I'm not sure.
Okay, yeah, I get confused on that.
So anyway, I haven't shown you any sandhill cranes just yet. There are some right there. The camera jerks things around as it's trying to provide stabilization. So sometimes when I zoom in, all some things are going back and forth. But I hope those people come here because this is much better viewing, I think, than what they were getting there. I think it is anyway. Maybe I'm wrong. And in the distance, like I said, those are those fields that I mentioned, and they're harvesting. So that's promising in a way for us. If there's water here, I'd love to have some water here for the snow geese and you know, other birds, Canada geese. We're going to switch cameras, and then food in the distance. You know, it ends up being a good spot for bird watching. Let's take a look at what we can see down there. Now the viewing is not great here today. Yeah, I think it's just muddy down there, which actually kind of surprises me if the mud is tricky just because and sticky. That's a great blue heron. Good to see. Now, where was that other? There was that other bird which seemed large. I don't know what it was. Unless I was just misinterpreting what I was seeing. I don't know what it was. There. Is that it? Looks like a turkey vulture, but I'm not sure. Yeah, that's it. That may have been a turkey vulture. Oh no, it's an eagle. Maybe that's what's confusing me. The wind is blowing the feathers on its face, I think, and we're getting like a little look at the, you know, the feathers underneath that are whiter. I think that's what's going on. I don't think we're going to be here that long just because the viewing is not spectacular. Now I had seen, I thought I had seen some sandhill cranes that were, yeah, a little bit closer, and I do see some that are a little closer. Let me see if I can find them on camera here. There. So this is, I would say, significantly better than what we were seeing at Van Dyne Spoor. That's why I hope those people come here. Not close-ups, but better, anyway. And I would say one of them, that one on the left, looks like a young one. Oh, I hope those people come here. They can get a much better look if they've never seen them before, and they've been coming up here and hoping to see them. I wonder if this is that family that has been here a fair amount. Anyway, let's go out to the water quickly and look at things. Is that a shorebird? Looks like one. Maybe greater yellow legs, I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, it's a shorebird, but I don't know if that's... Yeah, I think it's greater yellow legs. That's my guess. Some ducks. Looks like mallards. And who is that? Are they yellow legs? Maybe? Your legs look yellow, as far as I can tell, but somehow the back looks dark. Or maybe it's the wing that looks dark. I'm going to lighten it up. I don't know. I'm still guessing yellow legs, but I don't know. Unless I switch scopes, I can't get any closer. What do you think? You're down there. Okay, not talking. Okay, now here we have, looks like another, looks like greater yellow legs there in the back, and maybe mallards. Some cormorants there. Great blue heron, great egret. Nice to see them together. You can see how similar they are. The great blue heron on the left and the great egret on the right. And then these are cormorants, double-crested cormorants here, and they're fishing. Oh, good to see them like this. I was wondering who was doing all that splashing. I like them. You know, a lot of people don't like them, I guess. I like them. And you have to remember, there's not much water. There's some water. There's this bit of water we're looking in, and then there's more I might show you just in that channel. And then, of course, there's what I believe is called Puddler's Marsh. So, I mean, in terms of fishing areas, there are only so many. See that profile of this cormorant that's in flight now? It looked kind of like a plus sign in the air, as I've mentioned in prior weeks. It's what helps to identify them for me, anyway. So anyway, you can see there's this main area of water, then there's that channel, and it is relatively deeper. There's that eagle again, and into these. It's just on the perimeter, really. And then I think I see is that a turkey vulture in the air? I think so. I'll try to get it for you. I don't know there it is. Turkey vulture. And then there's this, which I believe is called Puddler's Marsh. And, in the weeks that we were able to and allowed to go down there, didn't see all that much back there, to be honest with you, but the view was a lot closer than this is. Let's go back down to these sandhill cranes. Pretty much the same situation as before. Those two on the left eating and the one on the right kind of watching, although now it's eating. Or at least grazing. Juvenile with its head up now, looking around. So, I mean, with the naked eye, it doesn't look like there's all that much going on down there. But there's, there is some activity. Canada geese, gulls. We've now seen, some shorebirds. Sandhill cranes, of course. Glad I mentioned Sandhill crane, or Sandhill cranes and East Road to those people, because maybe they'll come here. Maybe they'll have a better look than they've seen before. I'm going to look around with binoculars a bit. You know what? Well, no, I don't think so. Hold on. I might be seeing those people we saw earlier. They might be behind us. I'm not sure. I mean, well behind us, but I think they're there. Oh, two smaller birds just came into view and out of view. Not sure what they were. By the way, those people that I'm referring to, whoever they are behind us, that if they are the same people, they've stopped. They're pulled over back a ways, not in the not in the viewing area, and certainly not here where we are. We're just a short distance from the viewing area, but they're back quite a ways. I don't know how familiar they are. If that's them, I don't know if how familiar they are with this road. You know what? I think that vehicle's in motion now. I'm not sure if it's them or not. It is in motion. And at least coming this way, hopefully, for their sake, if those are the people. We've seen these before, and just they're the closest ones. something in the air. I'm not sure what it is. Looks like a turkey vulture. If those are the people, they keep stopping. They've stopped again. 2 more turkey vultures are to our left. So we've seen at least 3 here. Or at least I've seen 3 here. I want to look for a second back at those people. Hold on. It's not them. It's somebody else. Never mind. Okay, so it's not the people we saw at Van Dyne Spoor. We're not going to stay here too much longer. It's after 4. I think, it's time for me to get going and head back to Ithaca. Let me just take a quick look with binoculars, see if there's anything else of interest here. Let's take a quick, maybe not a true inventory, but let's take a look and see if we can kind of have a better idea. I'm not going to do the counting, how many cranes are here. I just found a cluster of them. And then there's some here, of course, and then there's some right here. We already saw those. A couple more there. Looks like a great blue heron in the back. Those are great blue herons there, but those are cranes, sandhill cranes in the back there. So again, I'm not sure how many are here, but there are quite a few here. They're not all together, and they're not even all standing around. They seem to be, resting or grazing in a, just an easy manner by the looks of things. But quite a few here overall. I mean, not thousands, but I mean, I don't know if I showed you these already or not. Did I? Maybe. I don't know. I think, and of course I don't want to forget the 3 close ones that are here somewhere. Hold on. Just looking around now to see if I see any others, but it's really just those other 3 that are down here. And I see something in the air. 1 second here. That looks like an eagle, I think. Oops, got too greedy. and it turned. That's a turkey vulture there, but that I saw an eagle. I don't know if that's the same eagle we saw on the ground or not, though. Let me look for that. No, that eagle is still on the ground. Yes. So, a couple eagles here. Anyway, I think it's time we got going. And I headed back to Ithaca, everybody. Let me give you a rough time. Maybe about 5:45, somewhere around there, everybody. Okay. Hopefully, hope to be back in Ithaca by about 5:45. Okay, let me see if you got the message. We're going to skip those other areas. Oh, finally, I think those other people are here now. Yes, they are. Okay, everybody, I hope to see you at around 5:45. Bye-bye. You can hear me. Let me finish my setup here. See if we can go see some things. It's cloudy. It's still in, well, I don't remember what the temperature is, but I believe it's still upper 70s or lower 80s. And let me just check on you and see if we're up and running. I just heard a downy woodpecker. I saw a number of Canada geese, and I heard some before I even really parked the car. I've also heard red-winged blackbirds, and I believe a black-capped chickadee. Okay, we have audio and video by the looks of things. Okay, let's take a walk. I just need to gather up a tripod. It's cloudy here now, which is good and bad. It may help us to see, but I'm concerned that things might get darker earlier than I had hoped, and we'll see. Sorry, I'm a little late in arriving. There was an unexpected delay. Not my fault. See if I can get things out of the car without disconnecting them. Okay. All right, let's take a walk as best we can. Oops. It's comfortable here, temperature-wise. Interesting sky. kind of, and it's in its own way. So I've heard a downy woodpecker, at least one. Hello. And black-capped chickadees, Canada geese. Just heard a downy again, maybe the same one. I don't know. And I think, oh, and red-winged blackbirds. So that's all I've seen or heard so far. Mourning doves, I think. Look like it. We may hurry things along. Unless we see something really interesting, we may hurry along today a bit. Just because I'm concerned about time. Already, the lights are on here on this walkway. Seems a little early for that, but... So you're hearing the Canada geese, including 1, 2, 3, 4 more coming in. Just heard a chickadee? No. Is that a tufted titmouse? That might be a tufted titmouse. If I could, there may be a couple of them. Don't know where they are, but I can hear them. Wood ducks. See those back there too, male and female. And another wood duck back there. Male. Another male. Let me just, I'm gonna look over here, I guess. Just lock things in here for a second and look around with binoculars. May not have much time here. I don't know if it's going to rain or not. I think there's a chance of rain tonight, but I think we should get going and get to the trails. My guess is water levels are about the same as what they were last week. I don't see anything here. I thought I saw some, well, there was definitely some movement in the water, but I don't know what caused it. All right, let's go. Hearing a high-pitched chip note. Somehow I don't think it's northern cardinal. Now that's a sound I want to know about. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Now that chip note sounds like a cardinal. I don't hear that other sound now. No, I don't hear it any longer. Oh no, I just heard it. It's not close, so it sounds like it's on the other side of the road. Prrr, prrr. For all I know, it's an insect, but I kind of doubt it. And I don't know if you heard it or not. Things are thinning out leaf-wise, there's no doubt. And they should. I mean, it's the 10th of October, so they should by now. So nothing really unexpected there. Looks like I'm guessing it's a song sparrow. Just happened to catch its motion. I believe that's what it was, but I'm not positive. Did I see it again? I believe that's what we're hearing, and I think we're hearing a chip note from it now. Oh, just took off. And I'm pretty sure that's what it was, a song sparrow. Interesting to see the ferns, you know, like this. So like I said, things are thinning out leaf-wise. Now that's this area. Let's see what happens when we really get further into the woods. Things were already thinning out last week, so, you know, I imagine things just continued. Walkway is covered. Not completely, but covered with a lot of leaves. Squirrel, gray squirrel. Sounds like more Canada geese might be coming in. So things are thinning out, but we definitely have still some green and up above the ground. We're hearing some insect. I can't remember what they're called. Someone once provided what they were years ago on the tour, but I've forgotten since what they actually are. I'm not sure if I just heard a northern flicker or a pileated. I think it may have been a flicker. Geese are noisy. Woods are dark. A lot of that has to do with the cloud cover, because you may recall last week things were actually looking relatively bright because the leaves are thinning out. And if anything, things are even thinner now than they were last week. But with the cloudy skies, for a moment while I was setting up, the sun looked like it was coming out again. This may be the kind of walk where we don't really see all that much. I don't know. Partly due to the time of day and time of year. See, I mean, up ahead it does look like it's lighter than usual because of, I just heard that call again. I'm not sure if it's pileated or northern flicker, pileated woodpecker. It's supposed to get cooler. Today was the warmer day of the weekend. Today, you know, up around 80 or more or less, and I believe tomorrow might be mid-60s tomorrow. I don't remember. Kept changing. I thought today might be a really tough day to go bird watching because of the sunshine and the temperature, but I'd say overall it wasn't too bad. I mean, even East Road, looking at Knox Marcellus, not that we had good clear views, but at least we had a good idea of what was down there. I think I'm hearing a frog. I just heard a robin. American robin. But overall, this walk's been a quiet one. Not sure whom I'm hearing. Maybe chickadee? Would make sense for the area. Okay, there is a shorebird here. Maybe that same spotted sandpiper, I don't know. Or I'm sorry, not spotted, solitary. We're in the same area we were last week. Something else is nearby. Oh, it just dove down. And it's still here, but I don't know where. Let me see if I can get still here. Oh yeah. Shoot. Oh, I don't know what it is. Shoot. Oh, there it is. I don't know. Oh, don't go there. I don't currently see it. Oh. I don't know if I should move. Come on. Okay, it just flew over here, and I don't want to bother the sandpiper if I can avoid it. Let me drop down the tripod a little bit. So sandpiper's over here. There. And again, I really would prefer not to bother it. So we're not going to get any closer to the water. Out farther away, there are some Canada geese out there. And I believe I'm hearing black-capped chickadees nearby. And we're going to keep... Let me lock things here for a second and let me just look with binoculars. I just heard a gray catbird. Just heard it again. And we're gonna get going. Not a bad stop. think we have some sparrows around making noise. I'm not sure what they are. I can guess, but I won't. Hope that solitary sandpiper knows when to leave. Pretty soon, very soon, shorebirds will be few and far between for us. So, you know, as we get closer and closer to winter. So who's making those other noises that we're hearing? I'm not... Oh. Hold on. Hold on, hold on. Shoot. I'm guessing these are sparrows around us, and maybe is that white-throated sparrow? Yes, I thought so. Okay, we're gonna get going. We just don't have time. I thought that was their sound. We've heard that many times before, and it's always turned out to be them. Different sort of sound than we would hear from, and I'm not talking about their song, different sort of sound than we would hear from, you know, a song sparrow in terms of the chip note. I'll tell you, I mean, oh, something was just moved there. If I were a bird and I came here and something was there. I saw some bird there. I don't know what it was, and I don't see it now. Anyway, if I were a bird and all of a sudden it's 80 degrees here, I might think it's okay to stay. Granted, there may be. Oh, I do see something. Hold on. Okay, it looks like, okay, it's a song sparrow. We're going to keep going, we just don't have time. And it was tough for me to get for you anyway. I realize there are other cues, maybe, like, you know, length of the day and everything like that, but realize I'm still lightening things up a bit. That's okay. There are a couple of Canada geese right here. They've seen me, and I think they're okay with me. Now I hear some people coming along, so they may hopefully not disturb them, but they might. They're disturbing me. Alright, let me look around with binoculars quickly, see if there's anybody we want to see. It is getting dark, so it's that's really what it looks like. Now last week we saw a great blue heron and we saw a couple green herons. I don't see anything like that now. And it is darker, so I mean it's harder for me to see, especially the green herons. If they're on the, if they're on the ground. I think we best get going. One more look at these beautiful geese. Let's leave. I think we're kind of freaking them out. Okay. Hopefully the people won't bother them if they come this way. Uh-oh. I think I hear them. So maybe, I'll bet they're taking off. Well, if they wanted me to leave, I left. And I'm looking now at this trail, and there are very few leaves right in this stretch here, and that had me thinking back, just over the course of the year. And if you think about it, things have been closed here for months. I don't remember when they closed the lab, but it was, if not spring, it was maybe even late winter. Just saw a chipmunk. Interesting. Oh, just saw a robin on the trail and it took off. May have seen me and was startled, unfortunately. It's tempting, but incorrect, for me to say it's been like a lost year. It hasn't been. I mean, we've been able to go, okay, there are a few robins in the area, 3 or 4, I would say, at the minimum. Maybe more than that. They're all in the various trees and things like that, but anyway, we've been able to go and have a tour throughout, so we haven't lost all that much, I would say. And if anything, sometimes the tour is a way for people to kind of get together once a week. Or more, depending on the time of year. Now, some things have been definitely lost. I'm talking in terms of bird watching and in terms of the bird watching around here. I would say, specifically, like, the pond, or the pond cam has been down and remains down. It's been down, for months. And I believe they're, waiting for things to settle down before it gets fixed. I don't know. Could they fix it? I think they could. But... and wood ducks are in the middle of it. Innocent bystanders. Oh, and there. Hi. Okay, so we've seen at least 2 females and at least 3 males to this point. I don't know where everybody is, but we've seen that many. Wind is picked up. We should get moving. And we're going to go, I think, right to the car. Let me just take a quick look around with, hey, don't do that, with binoculars. Alright, it's dark. I'm not seeing much. Maybe a closer look would have revealed something, but we don't have time, so... You know what? We do have time. Looking at how things are now, I'm sorry, but it's a little too dark to even try to go to the campus. We're going to have to skip it. So we might as well take our time here. I mean, I'm just looking around. Let's to be sensible. It doesn't make sense to hurry to the campus and see nothing at this point. I mean, it's dark already. So let's kind of stay here, I think. Apologize for that. So I think the sensible thing is to stay here. It's already dark, like I said, and it would be tough to find anybody even if we could somehow instantly be on the campus. So I think we might as well stay here. I'm sorry if anyone had their hearts set on getting to the campus. I didn't think it would darken up this quickly. Part of that is the clouds. And what I don't know is, are Canada geese, this year coming in significant numbers here to Sapsucker? Maybe we'll wait here and find out. One thing that's kind of nice is, often it's, what was that? Often it's pretty cold, and today it's not, so it's comfortable. Something just disturbed the water here. Maybe a fish? I don't know. And I don't know if this is a good setup for watching Canada geese if they do in fact arrive. I think it might not be, but maybe what I should do is remove the camera from the tripod. Oh, mallard. I didn't see them. So we have a couple mallards there, males. Oh, 3, at least. So I hadn't seen them anyway. I hadn't noticed them. So we've got both mallards and wood ducks here in terms of ducks. I'm hearing what... Okay, I'm hearing Canada geese. They sound like they're on the other side of the berm there. And who is making that chip note? I don't know. Some chip notes I hear sound like cardinals, but I'm not sure about all of them. For all I know, the Canada geese here will leave and go somewhere else for the night. I really don't know. So anyway, we're waiting here, and we'll see if the geese are coming in for the night here. This is the first time we've done it this year. Like I said, there's a chance that they're leaving and not staying here. Hearing robins behind me. And this is as light as I can make things. I think so. Maybe. Well... That's as light as I can make things. So we have some Canada geese that sound like they're in the air that have taken off. I don't see them. Kind of see their reflection on the pond, but I don't see them in the air. Not with my own eyes, anyway. I don't. There's a robin behind me. So again, this is actually, as I see it, things are looking through the camera much significantly brighter than they are in real life. But I'm doing that just in case the geese do come in and we want to see them. In the meantime, let's look at the ones that are here as best we can. So you can see there are significant numbers of them. It's not just like 2 or 3. There are the mallards again. So far, no sign of anybody else coming in though. But it may be a little early yet. No promises. Maybe nobody. Do you hear that? That's right, you don't. Often we've been here for, you know, the geese to arrive. Two ducks just flew by. I'm not sure what they were. Kind of look like wood ducks to me. Anyway, what you're not hearing is water going through the outflow. If there's a silver lining, and believe me, I'd take the rain to give us enough water, but if there's a silver lining, it's that we don't have that noise from the outflow water. I mean, it's often pretty noisy. I wonder if we're going to have a big takeoff. That may be as likely as more geese arriving. Just heard some noise. I don't know what it was. See a beaver. First one I've seen in a while. I'm looking for them, or wondering about them anyway. So as I look through the camera, things look like it's still not bright and sunny, but still fairly bright. But like I said, it's quite a bit darker. kind of getting the sense that we're going to have a takeoff and instead of arrivals. But what do I know? Oh, some geese. Okay, the splash we just heard was probably the beaver. So a few geese just came in. I didn't hear them or anything, but happened to notice. Maybe that means more are coming, I don't know. I hope so. Again, I've never used this setup for this before, so maybe a little different. May not work well. Oh, I see a bat. Pretty sure that was a bat, and I don't see it now. Again, sorry to disappoint anyone who wanted to go to the campus. I wanted to go to the campus too, but it just didn't make sense given how late and how dark it was getting. Quite honestly, I thought when I left Montezuma and I, packed up as quickly as I could, and I made the best time I could getting here. I thought we'd have a fair amount of time. Two birds just flew by. Oh, I can't. Too dark for me to see them and stay with them. I don't know. I think they were birds. I don't know if they may have been bats, but I kind of doubt it. What is that noise? Okay. Just saw a bird maybe land in one of these trees here. At least I thought so. I don't see it now. Let's look back at the geese if we can and see what's going on, if anything. Well, I'll say this, if they are organizing or if they are planning to leave here, they don't look like they're organizing for a flight like they often would. And, well, some of them look like they're trying to do some feeding there in the water. You have to remember, I mean, they can feed some in the water, but they primarily graze on, on dry ground. I have a feeling we're not going to see too much more tonight in terms of geese. Hopefully I'm wrong. I just felt a drop of water on my wrist. So maybe some precipitation is falling, or beginning to fall. There's that bat again, I think. Yeah, we have a couple bats, I think, flying around. I'm going to head to the car. Oh, is that a bat? There's one that looks larger than the other. The one that I first saw looked like to be about the right size for a bat. The other thing I've seen flying around seems larger. Now, maybe there are different species of bat, and one is larger. I don't know. But I know there are different species. I don't know if there are different species around here. I think there are, but where's the bat girl when you need her? The chatter's picked up, so I wonder, maybe. Okay, maybe not. Sometimes, not always, I'm sure, but sometimes when geese are on the ground and they'll start to organize, and you'll see them all start to move in one direction, and the chatter picks up, and then they all, they take off. I'm not saying that's what's happening now. It's hard to see them. From what I can see, and from what you can see, it doesn't look like they're really all moving in one direction. There may be some general movement in one direction, so I don't know. Again, I don't know if they're staying here overnight at this time of year and this year. Normally in prior years, again, if you're new to the tour by any chance, we've seen them come in to Sapsucker Woods, but maybe with the way things are different in terms of water levels this year, maybe they're not doing that so much. I don't know. I thought I saw something move nearby, but maybe not. I think we're going to call it a day pretty soon. There's still light in the sky, but I'm lightening things up as much as this camera can. And it's already dark, so I think at least some would have arrived by now, but you never know. We've seen late arrivals before. But, temperature-wise, it's very comfortable right now. It's certainly a lot more comfortable than it has been at times waiting here on an October night. I think we're going to get going. I'm not saying that there won't be any, but I was just thinking about how much I dislike disturbing birds as we as we walk, so we're going to start walking now and hopefully disturb them a little bit less before it gets really dark. I do have a small flashlight with me, but I'm hoping not to use it. Well, maybe a slightly disappointing walk here at Sapsucker. I was hoping for, something a little better. Oh, it looks really dark. It looks a little lighter to my eye than I think the camera is showing. I mean, I can see the trail okay. I think you cannot. There have been times when we've been here maybe a little too late, and it's been difficult for me to see. I can see okay right now. Not great, but okay. But I think this is it for the week, everybody. I do want to thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. We saw some interesting things. Maybe, well, you could argue maybe we shouldn't have spent any time going to Van Dyne Spoor. Maybe we would have had more time on the campus, with some light. Now that I think about it. At the very least, and I don't know if they would have gone there, we do get one little benefit, and we told those people about East Road. They seem to kind of know. Oh, by the way, they arrived, and then we, shut down there. So I went and spoke with them before leaving there, and they had seen sandhill cranes in, like, at least, I don't know if it was the wife or sister or friend, I don't know, but the woman had seen sandhill cranes in Florida and had seen them closely, within, like, he said, within like 10 feet. So they've seen them before. But they did seem to want to see them, and they, I don't know if they would have gone to East Road and to look over Knox Marcellus had we not told them. So maybe we didn't get all that much. Ooh, that's not good. Maybe we didn't get that much out of going there ourselves, but maybe they benefited from our visit. And we did see that one shorebird, which I believe was a pectoral sandpiper. But it's time for me to go home. I wish we could have seen more, as always. But sometimes just gotta deal with the dark. See, I don't know what that is, what we're hearing now. It's loud. I've forgotten what it is. And it was so insulted by my forgetting it stopped. I didn't mean an insult. Oh, there it goes. So anyway, everybody, this is it for the week. I'm not going to go back to the water. It doesn't make sense now. Hope you enjoyed the day. Hope you can do some bird watching and nice autumn weather yourselves during the week. Until then, I wish you a very good night. And I hope you all have a great week, and we'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.